Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I am your host, Dennis Bethalkis, and this is It Worth My Time? The Young Justice Outsiders Edition. Now, granted, Young Justice Outsiders is the third season in the Young Justice series. I will talk briefly about the other two seasons as well, the previous two seasons as well. But since this is kind of a special season that's on DC Universe, I'm mainly going to kind of focus on that one, but it'll kind of be a free for all on all these things. Um, Let me get some business stuff out of the way first. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you don't like what you see, you can hit the dislike button. I just ask that you go down below in the comment section and tell me what it is you don't like. Give me some constructive criticism, some feedback. Also, if you want to see when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. If you've already hit the bell, don't hit it again. It will unclick it. You can go into the bell settings and get as many or as little notifications as you want. Excuse me. I also have a web page, suspendedfanimation.com, that has my schedule up there. It's also mirrored on my Facebook page for Suspended Fanimation. And I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I also have a Patreon page, but no tiers are set up as of yet. So, with that said, let me see. I'm probably all by myself today on this one. I don't think a lot of people really watch this one, but you know what? We'll see what happens here. Hey, Penn. There we go. There is somebody here. So I'm actually kind of liking this segment now. Is it worth my time? Mainly because I don't have to write anything down. It's more opinion stuff. I'm not spoiling anything either. Um, I'm really just kind of giving an opinion and whether or not you should watch it or not. And basically this is all my own opinion. So you can, of course, make your own opinion by going out there and watching it or not watching it. So, however you want to do it. So, Young Justice Outsiders, like I said, is the third season. This series actually started on Cartoon Network, and they had it was actually a pretty damn good series, I have to admit. So it started off with Young Justice was season one, then Young Justice Invasion was season two, and then WB Animation canceled it. I don't know if they canceled it or if Cartoon Network canceled it. It was kind of a gray area as to what happened there. So it's been gone off the air for many a year until DC Universe got made or created, and then they decided they were going to do a season three of Young Justice. There's always been talk about a Young Justice series coming back or not. So Sir Cam Lanes, hey, how's it going? So it's interesting to have this come back, and it's got a huge cast of characters, quite honestly. Pen Farm Girl says, I have about 6 minutes left of the first episode. I never watched the first two seasons. It isn't bad. Reminds me of Saturday morning cartoons, Justice League. Yeah, it's really that good. I mean, the first season won me over quite a bit. The second season, it's slow in parts, but it actually picks up. And this third season, Young Justice Outsiders, is actually really good. The only thing I was disappointed about was that they had split this series up. They did the first, what was it, 13 episodes? Yeah, first 13 episodes um, in the first half of the year, and actually the end of last year. I take that back. And then started the last half of these 13 episodes in was it March, or it was actually, I take that back, just before Comic-Con is when they started, or just at Comic-Con. And quite honestly, I would have rather have seen them do this, all at once, not just dropping it all at once. They were actually releasing an episode per week, which is fine. I'm all for that. And quite honestly, if they dropped it all at once, I probably would have binged it all at once. So not something that I highly recommend, because it would kind of blur together. But it's got a really good story. And the thing is, it's taking the familiar storylines, the Terra storylines. Um, what else is there? There's a couple others different storylines for example, the season 2, the Young Justice invasion uses the Blue Beetle invasion. I should say the Scarab, where it came from, and all that kind of stuff. That invasion from the comics, but it changes things. It doesn't actually follow the comic line or the comic story. It has elements of the comic book story, but blazes its own trail and actually does a really good job of it. And again, this season of Young Justice Outsiders actually takes current political climate and current political things that are going on and infuses it into the series without being heavy-handed about it. They do little asides here and there. So it's not like really heavy-handed or anything like that. They just add a little touch of it to it, kind of like putting a drop in there. And that's actually the best way of doing it. If you want to add in current events, you don't rely on it. You just put a drop of it in like they've done. And it actually works, quite honestly. Considering that the original storylines in the comics already had these elements in it, and just tweaking them a little bit to current modern day politics with just a little aside here and there, that actually works. The metahuman accents I had to get used to. Oh, you're talking about the Moldavians, Joe Greer? Yeah, so the Moldavians, yeah, it's a really bad, Slavo-European accent. But hey, what do you want? And I like that you're getting the entire Justice League, and you're also getting the entire Teen Titans, the sidekicks. You're getting a lot of characters in here. I mean, the entire Justice League is there, and they're off in the third season. They're off on their own mission out in space. So the sidekicks, if you will, are not able to rely on them. And you have the older sidekicks like Robin, who's grown into Nightwing. You have Static Shock, or Static as he's called, and Aqualad, Wonder Girl, things like that. Artemis, they are all grown now and are leaders of their own and looking over new kids that are coming in. And that's actually what's kind of nice about this as well. And there's political intrigue. There is, you have some betrayal that goes on as well, betrayal of trust. We also have Darkseid in this. We have Vandal Savage. We have quite a bit of stuff going on. That's all Pen Farm Girl says, I just checked. I see the other 2 seasons. I may start at the beginning, 26 episodes each. Wow. Yeah. It is a lot of stuff. Pen, like I said, it started off on Cartoon Network, and it's worth it. They go fast. They go very, very fast. And yeah, Joker, I agree with you. JLA Unlimited does roll. It's a good series. Superman versus Shazam with a great ending. So yeah, if you still have DC Universe, if you're still subscribed to it and you're watching Titans like I am, that kind of thing, and you want something else to justify you having this, subscription to a series or to a streaming service, I should say, there's a lot of good stuff that's on there. I've been kind of going through DC Universe, their app, and seeing what I can dig up. Like I said, I dug up an old pilot for the Spirit, and Sam Jones from Flash Gordon fame from the 1980 Flash Gordon. He plays the Spirit. It was a 1987 pilot. It's really horrible, but there's stuff like that that's buried in there, and that's what I've been doing. I've been kind of digging through it while waiting for other stuff to pop up on DC Universe. Lots of names I recognize from the Arrowverse. Yeah, Pen. So there's a lot of crossover, but the thing is, the stories are not going to cross over. The storyline for Young Justice is quite a bit different. They've actually thought about what they're doing, and they have tweaked those storylines just a bit so they're their own animal. No pun intended for Beast Boy on that one. So. Could you repeat that about Sam Jones? Oh, Sam Jones was in The Spirit, Will Eisner's The Spirit. He did a pilot for it in 1987, and it's on DC Universe. It's really, really bad. That's all. He spends most of his time unconscious. Let's just say that. Constantine is still my favorite old thing on DC Universe. Can't wait for Doom Patrol to return. Yeah, I agree with you, Penn. I do like, the Constantine TV series on there as well. Yes, they really needed a DC Universe in order to do Constantine justice, though. That was one of my hopes, that they were going to bring it back to DC Universe, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yes, same character, Joe Greer, as Gabriel Marked. I can never pronounce his last name. Yeah, that was a horrible rendition of the Spirit as well. That was actually worse than this pilot, quite frankly. Yeah, I can't even get through that movie. I've tried a couple times, and it's just garbage. It really is. Didn't Arrow have Battle Cat one season? I don't know. Yeah, Suits was okay for what it was, Joe, but it ends up, it got repetitive. And I watched through season 7, I want to say, something like that. And I was just like, yeah, it just kept getting be the same thing over and over. When Jessica left, that's pretty much when I left. It just didn't get exciting after that. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good series. You can't go wrong with it. If they're half-hour episodes. Stay to the very end of the credits too. Especially in season 3 here, they have some little, so they look like some nice little quiet scenes with the animals, but they actually do tie together near the end there. There's a weird thing that does tie to, it's a slow payoff. It's a very slow payoff. I'm going to tell you that right now, and it's just funny. That's all it is. It's not it's not necessary to the plot or anything like that. It's just a funny little aside that they put in. So there's also some naughtiness that they have in one of the credit trailers, or credit scenes, I guess you could say. Did you like the episode Security Guard with No Mask? I don't know which one you're talking about, Joe. That isn't ringing a bell, unfortunately. So, but yeah, it's one of those fun things. Like I said, it's got every DC universe DC comic book character you can think of in there, from the regular comics. I mean, yeah. Oh, Dick Grayson was helping out Speedy's Arrow sidekick. Oh yeah, the security guard episode. Now I remember. Okay, yeah, that was a fun episode. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you have clones, you have aliens, you have Cyborg. Cyborg is in this as well. There's a lot of different things. So if you are a fan of sci-fi, superheroes, technology, all kinds of stuff, it's all in this series, and it's worth it. And like I said, if you have some time to kill, there's stuff that you want to see, that you have a hole in your schedule in order to watch things. This is what you want to do to fill it. It's got plenty there. It's not going to be on Netflix, of course. They have it here. Actually, I think it was on Netflix at one point in time, but then they moved it over to DC Universe. Yeah. So good stuff. And like I said, I'm not spoiling any of it for you. You can go out and take a look at it and make up your own mind, but it's definitely worth your time. Like I said, I'm actually kind of digging this new, I guess you could say, segment of the show. It's just easier on me on my hand, so I don't have to sit there and write all the time, and because otherwise I have to take really detailed notes, and it's just opinion at this point. So, will we ever see Teen Titans versus Young Justice? You're talking about Teen Titans Go or Teen Titans, the first iteration of Teen Titans? I don't think so. I mean, I know they had Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, because at the end of the Teen Titans Go movie, they had teased something about that, and then they made it into a VOD movie, video on demand movie. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see Teen Titans versus Young Justice. No, it's its own entity, and whereas Young Justice, or excuse me, Teen Titans spun off, or Teen Titans Go spun off of Teen Titans. Yeah, exactly, Pen. That was the whole thing too. Is I can do retro stuff. Yeah, it's not constrained to different things, or it's not constrained to one thing, I should say. So I can actually go off and do different things with it. It's somewhere on YouTube. I take it it's not an official trailer, right, Joker? I kind of figured as much. So tomorrow is going to be Teen Titans Season 2, Episode 2. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and talk about that and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about. Sunday is Preacher, the final season of Preacher. And Monday I'm off. Tuesday is another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I believe I'm going to be doing the 2019 version of Hellboy. Yes, the 2019 version of Hellboy. What else? And then of course, Wednesday I'm off, and then Thursday is going to be another Is It Worth My Time, which I haven't decided on what I'm going to do yet. So there we go. Oh, really? They covered it a couple months ago? Yeah. Sorry, I don't watch any other YouTube channels. I know I'm a bad person. I don't watch any other YouTube channels. I'm just busy with work and what I can squeeze in when I'm watching here. So, and then also doing a little research ahead of time so I can get stuff done on my channel. And then sleep, eat, walk the dog, that kind of thing. So, yeah, doesn't leave a lot of room, unfortunately. And we are super busy at work right now. So it's not like I have any more free time than what I've got already. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for watching. And also for you out there, if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about joining up, you're going to see a video pop up in here. It's actually going to take, what happens is YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and plucks a video out of my vast video library that matches that stuff as closely as possible to what you've been watching and pops it up there for you. Up here is going to be the last, Tuesdays. Is It Worth My Time? The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. That's going to pop up there. Again, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And you can see my schedule up on suspendedfanimation.com and also on Facebook as well. I have a Twitter and Instagram, and I also have a Patreon with no tier set up as of yet. Will you ever cover a rewatch an entire season? Probably not, Joe. There's so much new stuff that comes out. Like right now is a lull because it's right in between summer and fall seasons. So that's the reason why I have this happening. And it's just to kind of fill some holes. And also it's actually kind of fun, to tell you the truth. Pen Farm Girl says, I know you have no time, Dennis, but you would like. Oh, okay. I can give it a shot if I find some time. Yes, and Titans is tomorrow, Joker. Yep. Yeah. See, if I had time, I'd actually be able to set up tiers on my Patreon page. See how that works itself out. I had to read up on a White Rose character from Mr. Robot. You're going to ship Joe and Ben? Wow. All right. No, Mr. Robot is coming in October. Is that right? Yes, October 6th. October 6th is Mr. Robot. October 20th is Watchmen, HBO's Watchmen, because they're both on Sunday nights. And it pisses me off that they are both on Sunday nights because now I have to have them battle it out to figure out which one I'm going to do. Yeah, if Mr. Robot doesn't get the following that I think it has, that it should be getting, then it might have to, it'll have its first 2 weeks and then it might get kicked to the later showing. Yeah, Joe, you need to make sure, you gotta clarify which Joes you're talking about. Yeah, BD Wong is awesome, by the way. Yes, he is an awesome actor and person. Yeah. She knows. Man. I'm not even getting involved in this, Joe. That's its own entity right there. I'm already scarred from listening to Viking Bitch and Movie Fanobi tell me their TMI information as it is. In real life, I stress Joseph or the third a lot. So I should be calling you the third a lot? Yeah, you don't see what they're like in private, Pen. They're pretty disgusting people. I just say that because I know they're going to be watching this later, so I can actually put that in. They are a delight and an honor to have as my viewers and my wrenches. Yeah. Yeah, let's not go there, Pen. With that said, this interview is over. Only when I am around other people with the name of Joe's. Oh, okay. Any more unboxing? Suppose I'm getting another package of these guys. The little spacemen is what I'm getting. So who knows what else they have in there. But yeah, I got word that those are coming. All the little spacemen that are floating around here. Not the Lego spacemen, those are mine. Yeah. So, with that said, thank you, everyone who joined me tonight in the chat, and also you if you made it this far in the video, because this is pretty far into the video now, right? We're at 23 minutes. Actually, we're not that far. I'm surprised. I felt like it was in the 30 minutes, but I've got it covered up with the chat here. So I don't even see my face actually when I'm talking because I'm looking at the chat. At some point in time, I will switch over to having displays and all that kind of stuff so I can actually spread some crap out here. See what I'm doing. But yeah, it's very bootstrappy, if you will. As long as the first episode, it's 24 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also digging Bulletproof's CW pickup with Noel Fisher and with Doctor Who fame. Didn't even hear about that, Joe Greer. There we go. The third a lot. All right, everyone. So join me again tomorrow for Titan Season 2, Episode 2. Saturday Morning Blast Off. Sunday, Preacher. Monday, I'm off. Tuesday, 4, Is It Worth My Time? Hellboy 2019. And then Thursday is going to be another Is It Worth My Time? But again, I don't know which one it's going to be as of yet. I will do a little bit more digging and find something. All right. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. And, good luck on your shipping there, Joe and Joker and Penn. And don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up getting forcibly shipped by Joe. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow for Titans. Have a good one.